Part 2, friends or foes. Um, this one's gonna be about, like, in continuation to the last things I was speaking about in terms of, like, my birthday and what I did for my ex-boyfriend. Um, we were together for 3 years, and all 3 years I went out of my way and tried to, well, the first year it was a nightmare. He wanted to have a threesome. um, for his birthday, and I was sitting there trying to, like, buy him a cake and, get friends together. But I forgave him because it was like, all right, well, we're just dating. It's like the first year of our relationship, and some people would, like, turn their nose up at it, or maybe, like, say, oh hell no, that's a red flag. But I was forgiving, and I'm very merciful. I'm super forgiving, and it can be a flaw, it can be a problem, but I've learned to tame it. I've learned to be less forgiving in certain ways, but I really just cared so much about him, really loved him so much. I still care about him, I still love him a lot, and he knows it. But that wasn't very nice. And then the second year came around, and I never expect anything for my birthday. Maybe I get a bunch of birthday wishes from my friends on Facebook and things like that, but yeah, and I need to start putting links below. Like, the next few videos, I promise you guys I'm going to put links to my Instagram and my Facebook. I got a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of informative things. I write poetry and I sing, and I'm an artist. I need to paint more, but I do have a couple paintings and drawings and some stuff that I've posted on this channel. Anyways, back to the subject. I did that for him, and there's a video that you'll see. Is his Bay's birthday. That was like 2 years ago. I was in Vegas working, but I came back to be with him for his birthday, and it's unfortunate because a lot of things went on in our relationship that a lot of people wouldn't have stuck around for. And I mean, everybody's different, people stay for different reasons, people leave for different reasons. It doesn't really matter. The point is that when you're a good friend, and this is something my dad said to me, because I'm gonna finish what I'm saying. When you're a good friend, you show it with actions. You don't just speak, you show it. Well, I asked my dad one day, and my dad and mom have been married for almost 38 years or so. And I asked him, I said, Dad, well, what's your secret to your relationship? What kept you guys together for so long? He says, well, we're best friends. If you don't have friendship, you have nothing. And, it made me think. It was it was such a, simple answer to a pretty loaded question. And I didn't expect that from him. I expected him to say something else. Like, he minored in psychology, and he's a professor in theology, so he's very religious based, and in a lot of ways, like in a lot of his teachings, things like that. But it was very I almost call it like a modern answer. But really, it's just the simplicity of it is what's beautiful, because I think I was working so hard in wanting to be my ex-boyfriend's friend that it took away from me. Like, it took too much time and energy away from me. And I started leaving myself behind. I started becoming very depressed, and my son saw it, my kids are very perceptive. I mean, as most kids are. And I just had to come to grips with it and really cut my ties. And even recently, just today on his birthday, I sent him a couple clips of something and just wish him happy birthday. And I know some of you might disagree with that, but I just wanted to at least show that, because since I am now in a new relationship and I don't want anything from my past bearing any negative effect to what I have now, I was very careful in what I said. And it was a very, just a friendly, I don't expect him to say thank you, nothing like that, because he never really has. I don't want to paint him out to be this horrible guy, because he's not. He's a really nice person. Just, he's not demonstrative or responsive as much as I would want somebody to be. And there should just be a balance, and there just wasn't a balance for a while. And he's stuck right now in his, own stuff and, figuring things out. So, anyways, that's in a nutshell, that's the kind of friend that I am, and I hope that I can inspire people that are like me out there, or can relate to me, that are just like very giving, to just continue doing what you do, be who you are, just know when to cut loose, cut people loose, know when to cut people off, because they'll drag you down. And as much as you want to show them love, they're just going to take it, and they're going to want more. You'll be like their addiction. And it then becomes a toxic relationship. And that goes with like platonic friendships and like friendships with like your boys or your girls or anything like that. So that's what I gotta say about that. My 5 minutes is up, and I will be posting more creative stuff and like a lot more stuff every day if I can. Thank you guys. Love you. You guys are awesome. The very few that have stuck with me, I hope to gain more friendships here on YouTube. Take care. Bye.